Guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sandra. No, okay, you guys just call me Sandra or Sandy. You can call me Sandy. I prefer Sandy. So, if you're seeing my face for the first time, you have not missed much because this is just our second video. So, you guys are welcomed. And if you're a returning subscriber, woo, that means you guys subscribed to my channel after the first video. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. Like, you guys mean the world to me. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming back. So guys, like I promised, I'll be gisting you guys about how I was forced to get married to a man almost 20 years above my age, and how we lived and all that. So this is how it all started. When I finished my secondary education, I'm just going to make it very brief. When I finished my secondary education, my dad called me and said, Sandra, I don't have money to train you in the university, and I think the best thing for you to do is to get married. In a family of 4, I was the first. It started how, okay, maybe some other time I'm going to gist you guys about my background and every other thing. That is by the way for now. So when my dad called me and told me that, I never had it in mind that he was going to give my hand out in marriage that early, because I was still very young, I was still very tender. So one day he called me and said I should come and I should come back early, because then I used to attend one lesson class somewhere. He said I should go and come back early today, that we are having some visitors. I thought maybe it was just our usual village visitors. So when I got back to the house, I saw a car parked and I saw some other people that I don't know their faces. I can't recognize anyone. I don't know anyone. So I went back inside, and later, after my mom called me and said I should wear one of my best clothes that day. So I put on that my best clothes and I followed my mom as she instructed. I followed her and came to the parlor. I was sitting down. I don't even know what was going on. They brought out cola and drinks and the rest of them, like the Igbo tradition demands. And the next thing, my dad said that this man here wants to marry me, that I should give my consent so that they will start everything. I was like, just like that? In this my young age, I don't know anything about marriage. I don't even know where to start. I was just lost in the whole thing. So guys, as they were talking, I was already in tears because I didn't know what to say. And at that tender age, I was just scared of marriage. I was like, how can I be living with this big man, huge man, as small as I was then? So a lot of things began to come into my mind. I was already in tears, and they were like, it's a normal thing, I'm going to get used to it and all that. So I just, for the very first time, I walked out on my dad. I had to leave that place. Honestly, I left. And my mom followed me. My dad was sitting down there with them, talking. And later at night, when they had gone, later at night, my dad called me and said, and started saying a lot of things. He tried into blackmailing me that I'm a girl, I don't have to go to school, my younger ones, they need to take care of them. And a lot of things went on and on and on. Even as at that time, our last baby was not going to school because of how it was with us then. My dad was doing everything possible to make sure that we, the first ones, at least we get up to secondary education. So having considered all these things, I decided to, it was very difficult. My mom cried her eyes out because she knew I was still very tender, as in I was still very tender, as in akabehomaka. She cried out her eyes. So she was trying to imagine, you know, now getting married and the man would love to like be with you and all that. I don't just know how to put it, but I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to explain. So after the whole thing, they started doing everything. They came for introduction, and where we were living then, because that was not in my village, so we were asked to come home for collection of list and the rest of the things. And before I know it, I found myself in a different world, in a different environment, in a different place. I was waiting for my WAEC result to come out. then, so at least I can further my education, because that was the promise that my husband gave to my family, that he's going to train me in school, that he will make sure I go back to school. He eventually did anyway, but then, I mean, it was a different thing. I don't know how to start. I don't know. I don't just know how to say this. Let me not just break down in tears, but okay, fine. I just have to okay, fine. All right, so I'll try my best not to do this, but it's too heavy. It's too heavy. None of my child will go through this, but I started living with him, and we're going and going. I was getting used to him. If you cut it, I cannot continue.
It's okay. Just round it up. It's okay.
Man,
okay.
continue music.
Sandra, it's okay. I'm sorry.
I cannot continue. Okay. So that was how I entered the marriage, and I began to get used to a different man that I don't know, that I did not date. Living like the only time you get to discuss with your husband is when you want to ask him what he's going to eat and all that. My husband at this stage, he became a brother, another brother. He became everything to me. He became another brother to my siblings and a good father to my kids. But at that first time, I was just being punished. I saw myself being subjected to torture, like I was just trying to live a different kind of life. And oftentimes I had packed my things to come back home, and my parents would send me back, because he was helping my family then. He was helping us, supporting us, putting food on the table. Like I told you guys, he's such a wonderful man. But that I only remember that first time that I had to live with him. I had to move in with him. It was not easy, honestly. Believe me, it was not easy. It's not something I bargained for. I watching my mates go to school, and before you know it, I was already pregnant for my first child. Like I told you guys, I have two sons, Danny and Sammy. So I was already pregnant for my first child, and before you know it, I'm already adapting to motherhood, doing the chores and every other thing. Before you know it, the second baby came in. Already, before the second baby came in, he already enrolled me in a school, like a part-time. So I was going to school, I was pregnant, and you guys don't mind all this, please. So I was going to school and I was doing part-time then. I'll go to school Friday, Saturdays, and on Sunday I'll be at home. During the week I'll be at home. So it's just a different thing. I found myself in a different world, and before you know it, the marriage began. 1 year after my second child, my husband died. This is not a story for today, so I hope you guys enjoyed this little part of my story about how I was forced into early marriage, getting married marriage as a teenager, getting married at my teenage. So the story about how I lost my husband and every other thing is going to come in my next video. So stay tuned and don't go anywhere. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and share. And please subscribe to my channel, please. I'm begging you guys, please subscribe to my channel. Help me grow this space. Thank you guys. See you in my next video. Bye guys.